Good afternoon, Trailblazer fans, and welcome back to the weekly recap show of athletics. I'm Dan Wohler here with Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Polari, and this is our first show since winter break.
Yeah, it's been a while, but glad to be back, and a lot of good things have kind of been going on. Basketball is really in full gear, and in reality, heading down the home stretch here,
Right.
and so it's been a long winter, but glad to be back and have the show back on.
Right, so both basketball teams in full swing right now. MASCAC play very important. So the women's team stand at 3-4 right now in the MASCACs. They also have won 11 games, which is the most since the 2011-2012 season. Let's talk about that team.
Yeah, so they've, they're at 3-4. They're in a pretty good position, certainly, to entertain postseason play. It's kind of been a Jekyll and Hyde of sorts. Some games, some really good performances. Some not so top performances, but they've really started to get some consistent play out of Kayla Hoteling in the middle. She's kind of everything filters through her. Tremendous rebounder. She's near the top of the MASCAC in rebounding and also in scoring as well. And then some of the newcomers have really stepped forward. Karina Matera of late has scored in double figures, I want to say, in 4 of her last 5 games. And just recently has been inserted into the starting lineup, but she was providing a tremendous spark for them off the bench as well. So certainly as they head down the home stretch, a lot of really good things to look forward to.
And then over to the men's team, which is a little bit of a different story. They're yet to win a MASCAC game, struggling a little bit there. Talk about the challenge they've been faced with this season.
Yeah, I mean, they played a very demanding schedule the first half of the season against some of the top programs in New England. Unfortunately, a lot of that has kind of carried into conference play. Been very competitive for the most part. Just not getting the job done late in ball games. This past weekend against Worcester State was a prime example. Held a 7-point lead with a couple minutes left to play, and just couldn't quite seal the deal. Hopefully, again, there's 5 league games left. They are, still in the hunt for a postseason berth, and could be a dangerous team if they get into the playoffs, based on some of their athletic ability and some of the returners that they have. So. One of the seniors, Paul Maurice, is on the chase for 1,000 points. He's going to need a pretty good stretch here over the last 5 regular season games, and hopefully another postseason game to help him get there. Currently at 902 points, but he's hoping to join that exclusive club.
Right, and not just basketball games happening this week. We also had the National Girls and Women's in Sports Day through Dot Houston. It's the 26th time that's been at the school, so really big event for girls in the local community.
It's one of our bigger community service style events that we run here through the athletics department. Traditionally, anywhere from 30 to 60 participants year in, year out. We'll come back for a variety of different clinics. But more importantly, it's just a chance for our student athletes to mentor some young people and get involved. And it was another fantastic event.
And we had sports broadcast reporter Jesse Collings at the event. So now we'll kick it to Jesse, who will recap what went on there.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the MCLA Amsler Campus Center here, where MCLA is hosting National Girls and Women in Sports Day. MCLA hosting this event for the 26th consecutive year. This is an opportunity for MCLA student athletes to interact with young athletes of the local community. Today they've done all sorts of sports. They've done softball, they've done basketball. Now, as you see behind me, we're doing lacrosse. MCLA hosting this event, and it's giving a great opportunity for the student athletes to work right with the young girls of the community and kind of give back to the community. And a lot of these young girls work hard and look up to these MCLA student athletes. They want to be these MCLA student athletes, so it's a great opportunity for them to get firsthand working experience with some of their heroes. Associate Athletic Director Dot Houston talked about the importance of National Girls and Women in Sports Day.
It's wonderful. This is the 26th year that MCLA has run the National Girls and Women's in Sport Day event, and I am so proud of our student athletes and our coaches who offer this every year for them. To give them a taste of different clinics, sports clinics. So maybe, they'll pick up something and play it either in high school or college someday.
MCLA lacrosse coach Maria Bartini was excited to work with local youth and teach them the fundamentals of lacrosse.
Well, they're really excited to do this. We're getting ready to start our season, so they're just chomping at the bit to be picking up their sticks again. But a lot of them really enjoy working with kids, and they're really enthusiastic about getting out here and giving back.
I spoke with Tooth Sport athlete Natalie Caney, and she explained the benefits that this event has for both the team and the local girls in the community.
It's been really great. We teach them a lot, and they actually teach us a lot. So it's also good for the community. It's good to give back. So we all really like doing it.
So as you can see, it's a National Women's and Girls in Sports Day, a very important day, not only for the girls of the local community, but for our student athletes and the people in our athletic department as well. Now back to you, Dan and Jeff.
Thanks, Jesse. And now to recap what's going on for next week. So both men's and women's got a doubleheader and some MASCAC play. Let's talk about that.
It starts off on Wednesday night. Local rival Westfield State comes to the Amsler Campus Center gym, and I'll start on the women's side. Westfield State will play a very up-tempo style of game, something that's become very prevalent in the Division III realm. You're going to see them shuffling in, 5 new players, probably on a 1-minute rotation.
Wow.
And they'll come in 3 waves, trying to really push tempo, press all over the floor. MCLA be looking to avenge an earlier season loss to Westfield in that game, but it'll certainly be a big challenge for them. The women will conclude the week with a real key game down at Salem State on Saturday afternoon. The Trailblazers were fortunate enough to pull out a win over Salem earlier in the year at home.
Right.
Salem's currently kind of looking up at MCLA in the standings, so a win over the Vikings on the road would certainly, again, solidify their postseason chances and an opportunity for a home game in the playoffs.
Right, and then the men's team.
So the men's side, again, they're going to be hosting the same duo. They'll be hosting Westfield on Wednesday night, and they'll be traveling to Salem State on Saturday. Westfield State's always a great rival on the men's side, a long history, storied history there. Similar to a lot of games they've played. It wasn't our best showing down at Westfield earlier this season. We'll be hoping to get off to a pretty good start. Westfield's currently, I believe, 3-4 in the league. So again, another opportunity to try to get off the schneid with a win at home. Heading down to Salem will be a big test for the Trailblazers. Salem currently atop the MASCAC, unbeaten right now at 6-0. So they'll be quite a challenge as we move forward. They handled us here at the Amsler Center earlier in the year. It was a pretty close game for the majority. They pulled away late and then kind of held off, kind of a late rally as we move forward.
Right, and then with one season ending, we've got another season beginning. The spring season will start shortly. We've got some practices coming through.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a mild winter. Teams are going to start to take advantage. And our spring programs have kicked off with practice beginning today. Lacrosse is actually going to be heading outside to practice, which is something that they haven't done before.
Right.
So they'll be outside for as long as they can, as the winter weather holds up. Baseball has begun practices last week. Mike Gladu, new head coach, stepping in. So that is off and running. And then the softball program will begin defense of its 2015 conference championship. They start practice tonight. They return, Rachel Quackenbush was the tournament MVP. So the future is very, very bright heading into the spring, but we still got some winter games to play as well. And it'll be an interesting couple of weeks here down the stretch.
Right, thank you. And folks, I just want to thank you again for watching. And remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And remember that Jeff and I like to thank you all for watching. And for myself, Jeff, and Jesse, thanks.